Hello, friends. Hey, we are live. Hello, my friends on YouTube. Hello, my friends on Facebook. So happy to see you all today. Thank you for stopping by and taking a little time in your day to restore harmony. Come on. It's not always easy. I know, I'm right there with you. My name is Gita. I am a spiritual activist. I teach integral yoga and yoga for the special child. I'm a music educator and a writer. So basically, I'm either teaching people how to relax and find harmony or how to be creative in whatever way suits them. And I'm happy to share a little piece of what I know with you today so that you can be more you and find a little more harmony in your life. So here is the deal. Here's how these midweek sort of meditation inspirations work. I'm going to give a little bit of I won't even call it a lecture, an informal chit chat. If you're here with me, we'd have a cup of tea together and talk for about 10 minutes, just about the concepts about how to think about meditation, but specifically how to think about creating harmony in your life when there is so much going on for all of us that pulls us out of harmony. So to give you some different ways to think about creating harmony in your life, and then we'll do a meditation practice. And the idea is we would love to have all of our cups be filled to overflowing so that we're so full of joy, life, energy, enthusiasm, harmony, all good things, that then that goodness overflows into the rest of our life so that anything we touch becomes imbued with that sense of presence, connection, joy, or if that's not possible, just to be steady in the midst of the challenges, of which there are many. So this is not to say that we always have to think of harmony as being, we're just floating through and everything is rainbows and roses, but rather, can we maintain a restorative response? Can we maintain a connection to ourselves? Can we maintain equanimity at all times? Or when we lose it, can we come back to center a little more quickly so that we can serve other people? But we got to take a little time to fill up our own cup, she says, from a very depleted water glass, so that we can overflow into our lives. That's the idea. So let's talk about meditation, the M word, and let's talk even more specifically first about harmony. So we're going to be using a breath meditation awareness type practice today. And I thought that that would be useful because we're heading towards, well, we just finished Hanukkah, we're headed towards Christmas, New Year's, holiday central here, and I live in New England, so everything is bubbling. And I'm seeing my students come into the studio exhausted, stressed, happy, but almost like exhausted happy, not like harmonious happy. And everywhere that I'm going, I'm noticing a lot of tension. Then I'm noticing with people who are living still a little bit more, due to the pandemic, a little more shut down for whatever reasons. Not shut down, that's not the right word, but they're still living a little less out in the community than they were before. I'm seeing them sort of worn down by the grind of just the daily repetition and the sameness of their lives. It's the same, the same, the same, the same, the same. So the idea is that wherever you are, whether you've gone like full throttle into your life and are now back into that just like overdoing and excess and running around, or you're feeling like, wow, I'm still kind of like a little stuck or a little down, or just in that repetition and grind of this pandemic, which is very real for all of us, myself included. The idea is that a breath awareness practice can help you learn how to balance your effort and your ease, so that you know when there are times where you've got to pull yourself up or have others pull yourself up and get yourself moving and open and interested in life, or times where you might need to move towards harmony and slow down a little bit and regroup so that then you can move forward again. So the idea of harmony then is not this notion to just float along serenely at all times. But harmony, rather, is there might be times of very high intensity, high effort in your life. You know, whatever challenge you're facing right now that you've got going on, where you're like, I have no choice. I have to deal with this. I have to just one foot in front of the other, and I just have to make it happen. Those are times where you're going to be called upon to use more energy, more effort. And that's rightfully so. In those times, we like to keep a little bit of an eye on the opposite, which is some downtime in whatever way you find that for you. And today we'll be doing it with the breath meditation. Even one deep breath can help break that cycle of just go, 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 go. So let's do it right now. Take a breath in and take one out, or release it out. You know what I mean. Breathe out. Take a breath in and out. If you are in that go, go, go mode for whatever reason, as many times during your day as you can, to take that one slow, deep, intentional breath can yield tremendous benefit. Brings more oxygen into the system. It, through the vagus nerve, which is a whole nother lecture, but through your vagus nerve, it triggers a response to your nervous system to slow down. So even if your emotions and mind are still going, your body can sort of tell your mind, hey, it's time to slow down, relax, just by taking a deep breath. Let's do it again. So if you're too go, 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 rushy, outward oriented, or just having a great degree of challenge that effort is really high, a breath meditation can help sort of bring you a piece of harmony by keeping that from going too far out of whack. You don't have to be always in the middle, but it's just, I recognize that I've been up here with the effort. How many times can I sort of pull it back to center so that high level doesn't become my new normal and then just spiral more and more and more, which usually leads to some kind of breakdown. Well, we don't want that. No breakdowns, people. Take a deep breath. Let's do it again. Thank you, Mother Nature. Nice water. So if we take that same notion of harmony, though, look at it from the flip. You might be going through depression, seasonal, situational, triggered by something, loss, grief, so many things, or you're just stuck sort of in this behavior pattern or thought pattern that you know is not serving you, but you just seem to be spinning your wheels in the mud and you can't get free. So that's where the sort of like ease or sort of stuckness or stagnation, really, that's the good word. Stagnation is predominant. So that's where a breath, let's do it again. Take a breath. Can quite literally introduce the same things, though. Oxygen, and more importantly, for that stagnant, depressed feeling, can introduce space into the body. And when we bring fresh oxygen, you're bringing energy to all the cells of the body, and you're also bringing space into your physical body. So what was fixed and stuck and rigid now is opening. And generally, most people find that then that opening in the physical system can lead to a little space opening in the mind. And eventually it leads to space opening up in your external life too. But everything has to start with you and your own breath. Let's take a breath again, wherever you are, too high, too low, right in the middle. Breathe with me. Take a breath in. And take a breath out. Let that breath go. So before we meditate, let's just recap. To be in harmony does not necessarily mean that you just feel peaceful or that you bypass difficult things, or that if you're really like just in the muck and suffering and on your knees, or if you're just like totally manic and like go, 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 holiday mayhem, bring it on. Let's all resolve, myself included, to keep an eye on our harmony. Reframing harmony as being something that we're constantly allowing to flow between that effort and the ease, from the movement and the rest, from the inhale and from the exhale, that we're just keeping an eye kind of on our proportion of effort and ease, of doing and resting, so that it stays in accordance with our own energy needs and our own life demands. I hope that makes sense. It's a very different way to look at harmony. I think most people think of harmony as being, again, I just have to be harmonious with all things and just la. And like that's not going to get you very far. It doesn't work. We have to do the hard work of keeping our own eye on our own harmony, which is your proportion of your effort, ease, your work and your rest, your inhale and your exhale. And when we're just moving towards keeping those proportions in whatever proportion helps our own health, we tend to feel better. And life can not necessarily get easier, but we can manage it better because we're managing ourselves. All right, I hope that made sense. I love doing these live streamy things, but I really love even more teaching live people in front of me because then we can interact a little bit. So if you're hanging out, feel free to drop a comment, drop an emoji. Love to see those high fives, those little hearts, a little hey over on YouTube. I know a lot of my people watch this on delay. My friends over in Europe, cheers, hello, happy season to you. All right, so we're going to do a breath meditation. So here's our breath meditation for the day. 3 parts. First thing is we're going to move a little bit to make space in the body for the breath. Second, we're just going to do a very quick body scan to release any tension that's hanging out or even move it towards releasing. No high set of expectations there either, because it's really hard to breathe if your shoulders are up by your ears. And then third, we're going to drop into a concentration practice using the breath as a point of awareness. We're going to be noticing the breath, just observing it. We're going to be directing the breath. We're just going to be playing with all different just sort of ways that you can concentrate on your breathing as a point of awareness to help you manage your own proportion of harmony between effort and ease. For my devoted yoga students, or those of you who have a deep yoga practice or know even a little bit about it, this is sort of, yes, it's pranayama, breathing practices, prana, breathing or energy, yama, restraint or control. So it is a little bit veering towards that. However, I'm really using the breath here as a point of awareness rather than trying to really get to the more subtle practices of directing prana and all of those levels. So if you're sitting here going, isn't this just pranayama? Why are you calling it meditation? The breath is a point of awareness. And that's all. Just want to put that caveat in there because I know some of my people are die-hard yoga and you're like, wait a minute, what's going on? All right, so we're going to move a little bit. We're going to release with the body scan. Facebook, let me get on screen. And then we're going to just do a little sitting and a little observing the breath. Easy peasy. Thank you for making this part of your day. Give yourself a little pat on the back like, oh, I showed up. I queued up the replay. I stumbled across this on YouTube. Give yourself a pat on the back. You're doing a meditation. This is something good for you, something positive, uplifting that will help your cup to overflow. And then you have even more to give. Let's start with some shoulder rolls. Do whatever feels right for you here. You don't have to do exactly what I'm doing. See what's going to work for you. Just trying to reduce any shoulder strains. Some people like to kind of go up and back with the hands. Can you see that on Facebook? And it's just, you can do a tiny little movement. You can do much bigger. If we're all in a room together, I'd be like, every person here will look a little different while they're doing this, and it's perfect. Or you might just want to stay down here. You might even want to lay down at this point. If you are exhausted and tired and you're somewhere where you can lay down by all means. Do what you need to do. If you're really sluggish though, and you know that like laying down is just going to make you sink even more into sort of blech, then stay up, do that. Keep those shoulder rolls going, or you can sit. Make sure you go the other way for shoulder rolls, a little bit forward. So adjust it for you and wherever you're at. And then do a couple more back. Nice. And then do some whole arm circles. So I'm going arm up, thumb up, flip the palm back, and then back. It's kind of like a backstroke for any swimmers out there. Again, we're just trying to open up through the chest, through the shoulders, because we don't want to sit and meditate if our body is just kind of a hot mess of tension. That doesn't feel good. And you can do a little twisty. So you're just going to take a breath in Exhale to one side. Inhale to center. Fill that body with breath. Exhale the other side. Breathe in some fresh, life-giving oxygen. Exhale out any stress and tension. You don't have to follow my breathing pattern. Go at your own pace. It can be as slow or as fast as you like. Let's do one more inhale. Whenever you find your exhales, to the side, and then maybe a little seated cat-cow. I'll try and go to the side here so you can see. So it's just rounding the back and then arching forward. Rounding the spine, belly button in, and then kind of a rounding forward. You can bring the head into play if you want. Just kind of trying to move the spine back and forth a little bit. I want to get the arms involved with this little chicken wing, I call it. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Just find one more. Again, follow your own pace, as slow or as fast. Inhale, open. Exhale to close. Come back to center. Kind of do a few little hands. Circle the wrists. You can go the same way. You can go opposites. Just releasing any tension in the hands and fingers. Can do a little nice stretch here. Let's do one last one side to side. I love this one with the hands intertwined and like this, but you might be here or you might just want to go to the side. It doesn't matter. And yes, if you're laying down, you can do that side stretch on the floor. Just scoot your upper body to the side. Take a breath in and out. Find the other side whenever you're ready. Just find length in that side body. Find your breath. And come back to center. Circle the feet and the ankles a little bit. Let them find the floor. If you're laying down, make sure you're nice and aligned. Nothing is crossed or crimped in. As the body is open. If you're sitting, get those ankles under the knees if comfortable. I trust that you know how to sit in a chair though. Just don't want to be too crimped. Some space in your body. Find space and relaxation through the hips, through each vertebra. And start to settle into a seated posture. And as we move towards our meditation and concentration practice, let's do a little releasing mentally of the body. So using the mind to go through the body, just part by part in a gentle sweep from toes to the head. And we'll just send a mental message to each area of the body just to relax. And release. Doesn't matter if it fully releases or not, you're just practicing that art of connecting with yourself and moving yourself towards harmony. So bring your gaze to the floor, or you may close your eyes, whatever feels comfortable. And bring all of your awareness down to your toes. If it helps for a moment, you can wiggle the toes or stretch and spread them just so you can make that connection. Take a breath in, hold the stretch or wiggle. And as you exhale, let the toes release. Guide the awareness through the bottoms and tops of the feet, releasing them. Awareness moves through the ankles, through your calves and shins, releasing them. Releasing through the knees and upper legs. Bring your awareness through your hips, release them. Now trace all the way through your vertebrae, from the base of your spine up through the low back, releasing, finding space in between your vertebrae, one by one, up through the middle back, upper back, even through the neck, all the way up to where the skull attaches. So your whole spine is spacious and released. Release your shoulders. Bring your awareness through the upper arms and elbows, release. Lower arms, wrists, hands, and fingers. And now bring your awareness to your lower abdomen, releasing. Through the deep inner part of the belly, release. Through the diaphragm and ribs, release. Even that great muscle, your heart, releases. Neck and throat, release. Jaw, cheeks, lips and tongue, release. Nose and eyes. Forehead and temples, ears, sides of the head, back of the head, and top of the head, release. For a moment, just observe your body sitting. And now just notice your breath flowing in and out. Just pay attention. No need to change it or do anything different. Just simply noticing the breath. And now start to just play with directing your breath. Encouraging your body to take a slower inhalation and even a slower exhalation. But do it so gradually and with so much ease. And if at any time you start to feel not good, just let the breath return to its natural pattern. Relax for a few moments and then you can come back. So no high set of expectations. Just simply allowing your mind to guide your breath for a deeper inhale and a slow, quiet exhale. Making it as slow and as deep as suits you and your. With each inhale, allow the breath to be full, but the body is released. So the breath is coming in because your chest and collarbones are so soft, so relaxed. It's almost like the breath is helium and it can just float in because you're making a little space in the body. And then during your smooth, quiet exhalation, the body relaxes even further and the breath simply releases and lets go. Just doing a few more, maybe 3 more of these slow, deep, guided breaths. Smooth, complete inhale. And a full, relaxing exhale. Bringing space, oxygen, and awareness to the body. Breathing in and out. And then softly just let the breath and the body take back its own running of the breath. You can even sort of sigh out through the mouth once. And then just let the body run the breath. And now allow your mind to deepen your concentration by simply observing your breath. Almost like you could watch it from above. Just witnessing the breath flowing in and out. Noticing the breath flowing in and out. If it helps, you can even label it. As you breathe in, you can say something like breathing in to yourself. As you breathe out, just breathing out. Bringing your full concentration on just observing the breath moving in and out. You can bring your awareness to the nose and sensing the breath as it moves in and out. You may even notice if it's a different temperature going in and going out. Simply observing the breath. And now just taking one moment to observe the pause after the inhale and the small pause after the exhale. Just simply noticing this pause. Just sitting and observing the breath in, the pause, the breath out, and the pause. Quietly sitting for another few moments. Awareness resting on the natural flow of the breath. Now slowly coming back into the room. Doing a little movements, maybe a deep breath. Bring awareness back through the fingers and toes, legs and arms. To keep our harmony during all of life's challenges. It can be very useful to take deep, relaxed breaths anytime we can throughout the day. Whether you can sit in formal meditation or not, doesn't really matter. But if you sprinkle these deep breaths all throughout your day, you can find your natural balance between effort and ease and know when to use which one, how to use them effectively, and how to keep them in a good proportion for you in your life, knowing that they'll always move around. And then this noticing of the breath that we did at the end can help you to get out of the way a bit and just allow let the mind get out of the way, the ego get out of the way, and let the body find its own homeostasis, its own natural balance point, so that then you will find harmony without needing to find harmony. You can sort of relax and let it come to you a little bit, because the body and the mind, if we get out of the way a little bit, they can find their balance. So that can be a useful thing to play with. Just some thoughts for you on a Wednesday afternoon. It is always my pleasure to share these teachings with you, and much gratitude to you for spending a little time with me today just to breathe and to be and to recharge and maybe find a way towards whatever harmony looks like for you. And always much gratitude to all of my teachers and community members in Integral Yoga and Yoga for the Special Child. They just taught me all this cool stuff, and now I'm teaching all this cool stuff to you. So much gratitude to the entire lineage, great body that is yoga. Really a tremendous, deep, and rich practice. And I'm honored to share part of it with you. So I send you lots and lots of peace and joy and love and light. If you like more of this, please subscribe if you're on YouTube. If you're on Facebook or on YouTube and you're not already on my newsletter, please sign up for that, because I share a lot of stuff with my newsletter that I don't do out here in the world. You can find out about all my classes. I teach online, individually, privately, always happy to discuss that. I do some online group classes as well. Those will be starting up again after the holidays. What else? I would check out Integral Yoga TV, IYTV. They have tons of classes on there. And they also do stream a number of them on YouTube and on Facebook every day. You can just try an Integral Yoga class, hatha class, or meditation, or pranayama. See if it works for you. I encourage you to please get that help that you need, that support you need, so that you can have that harmony and find it for yourself, so you can be more you. I love you just the way you are. Okay, I gotta go. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace to you. Thanks for making this part of your day. It was my pleasure to be here with you. Mwah. Much love. Peace from Three Dog Farm. Om Shanti. Peace.